And Woodson angry with himself, might have had a pick.
That's a recipe for disaster by the Eagles.
Rodney trying to get something happening. Woodson stepping in front of it and almost came away with it.
Tom Hutton to punt. Pulled in by Williams. He fakes it to Dion. And that draws everybody Dion's way and sets up a long run back with Hutton finally making the tackle at the 50-yard line.
Again, Dion having a little impact. I mean, everybody went with him. They used that in the opening kickoff and gave it to him, and now they fake it. And everybody went with him again. They get a good return out of it.
45-yard kick and a 31-yard run back. That's kind of the story of Hutton's season. Tommy up among the league leaders in gross punting, but near the very bottom in net punting, meaning that teams have been running back his kicks with great proficiency this year. And Wade Wilson comes in to finish up at quarterback. Wade, who's been in the league since 1981, gives it to Sherman Williams, and they ask Sherman Williams to carry it through the middle, and he picks up 8. Flag down. Holding Dallas.
Cowboys rolling along towards the San Francisco date. A little of the glow has come out of that one because of San Francisco's struggles.
Holding, number 70. Offense, 10 yards, first down.
Troy with a pretty awesome evening throwing the football, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Keep in mind, though, that interception was a pass that really was in the arms of Michael Irvin. It was just a great play by McMillan, stripping that thing out of there, and a kind of a fluke interception.
Wade Wilson has spent most of his career with the Minnesota Vikings, gives it to Williams, and he's tackled at the 39-yard line.
Solid backup, too. He had 11 years up there, and then he went off to Atlanta, and the last couple of years been in New Orleans. Had a Pro Bowl year with the Minnesota Vikings. Good, solid quarterback. And certainly in this era of free agency and salary caps, it's hard to pay the kind of price you would have to pay to get 2 top quarterbacks, but he's right up there with the good ones.
Wade Wilson, in effect, coming home to finish up his career. Born in Greenville, went to high school in Commerce, and played his college ball at East Texas State. Williams taken down by William Thomas. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Dallas Cowboys will be just 120 seconds away from increasing their mark to 8-1. Their only loss this season coming on the day Aikman pulled a calf muscle early on at Washington, and they were beaten by the Skins. 34-12, Dallas. Ray Donaldson and Emmitt Smith. Emmitt's been to the playoffs a couple of times. In fact, he's been a Super Bowl MVP. But Ray Donaldson, we touched on it earlier, 16th year in the league. Only once has he been with a team that went to the playoffs. The Indianapolis Colts back in '87, and they went out in the first round to Cleveland. Robert Jones, the middle linebacker, and his defensive unit doing its job tonight. And the Dallas Cowboys efficiently on their way to victory number 8 in 9 games.
Well, they hit pretty good jackpot with Ray Donaldson. He's 37 years old, but he's healthy. He's been a 4-time Pro Bowler and doing a fine job in the middle of this offensive line.
39-yard line. Sherman Williams picking up about 4. Here's a reminder coming up on Sunday. You've got Michelle Kwan, Nicole Bobbick, and an Elite International field on the Sudafed Skate America International coming your way, the ladies and dance competition this Sunday. 4 Eastern and 3 Pacific. 4th down in the rain now in Dallas. Jet to kick. which is called for and made at the 26-yard line by Rob Carpenter. We can tell you the executive producer of ABC Sports is Jack O'Hara. And tonight's game produced by the Wolfman himself, Ken Wolf, and directed by the great Craig Janoff. Joe Chavo, again, nary a knuckle job as our TD.
We don't know that.
We don't know, not yet anyway. Ben Ace Harvey, our associate producer. Jaime Bravo, our AD, as we say in the business. Those in the know. Bob Simon, Dennis Zabo, and Jim Licata. Helping to send out the pictures and the sound, Brian Gordon and Victor Vitarelli. Along with Steve Hurd, our unparalleled director of information. Andrea Bryant, keeper of the kennel upstairs. George Hill handling the stats. And Malibu Kelly Hayes. Despite 7 years in Aspen.
Timeout.
Still known as Malibu, our spot.
Dallas. It's their first charge.
Sooner or later, it's got to evolve.
No, it doesn't. He will always be Malibu Kelly Hayes.
One of those bears roaming around his property up there in Aspen.
But then again, we always thought the Cleveland Browns would be the Cleveland Browns. So.
But Bill Bates is always in Dallas.
That's right.
Yeah, Bill Bates will be a beneficiary of the adjustment to the salary cap. The minimum player wage is very quietly changed this past week, and the adjustment because of the Deion Sanders case will go from $178 to $250,000 to the minimum wage earner in the NFL, and that probably next year will be adjusted even higher because of increased revenue.
That's amazing, you know, and it speaks to what we talked about before with all of the stuff that goes on with the Cowboys from opening night and the Nike deal and the other arrangements and the suits and the countersuits and the drug suspensions and the salary cap machinations and all of the rest. They just keep winning, and they are clearly the best team in the league right now, Kansas City notwithstanding. Ricky Waters stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Philadelphia working on the clock, I guess.
Well, they're working on their game plan right now for the Denver Broncos, and what is going to be a very big game for both teams, the Broncos and the Eagles, next Sunday night.
I think I'll go back to what I said before. Life is good.
Yeah.
Life is good. It's better for the guys in the white shirts.
Garner. And that's going to wrap it up. So the Dallas Cowboys go to 8-1. The Philadelphia Eagles are now 5-4. And that is the end of week 10. Next week we go to Three Rivers Stadium in Pittsburgh. The Steelers on top in the AFC Central, taking on the Cleveland Browns. Another big night for Michael Irvin. 7 games in a row over 100 yards. Barry Switzer walking away with another win as his team prepares to face the 49ers here on Sunday. Our thanks to ABC affiliate WFLA for their assistance and the overhead shots tonight from Texas Stadium, where Dallas wins it 34-12. Al Michaels, Frank Gifford, Dan Deerdorf, Lynn Swan. Good night from Irving, Texas.